You're watching the Lone Star Classic on ESPN. It is nighttime here in Dallas, Texas, as we get ready for a top 16 showdown. It's the 8th-ranked Baylor Bears looking for their first win of the season, taking on the 16th-ranked Arkansas Razorbacks, led by this man, John Calipari, in his first season as the Baylor coming out wearing the yellow and Arkansas wearing the red. We are getting set to tip it up here in Dallas, and it is Arkansas winning the opening tip, and their freshman sensation, Boogie Flan, will bring it up.
Boogie Flan competes on both ends. This kid with the ball is all of 6'3", the number 2 ranked point guard in the 2024 class. He is the real deal.
Hero, one of the most athletic big men in the SEC, as John L. Davis's first shot is an air ball. 4 impact transfers on this Baylor team this season, and Omier is one of them. Norchad Omier, the Miami transfer, the first bucket.
Now, he is a
0-2 to start a season for the first time since the 05-06 season. And Scott Drew is not messing around. 2 monster teams to start this season, and Gonzaga now here in Arkansas as the backdoor cut. VJ Edgecombe lays it in.
Edgecombe can do a little bit of long, fast cutter, talking about 7 in yellow.
All right, Jimmy, it is nothing but zone defense for this Baylor Bears team. Why do you think Baylor's starting out with just zone here tonight?
It's a curveball to Arkansas. Arkansas' strength is driving the ball. They're not a hot three-point shooting team early in the year. I like the move early by Baylor. Not sure they won't stick with it for a while.
There is Boogie Flan, his run.
A 1-3-1, they match up to where the offense aligns. And in an NBA Pro arena, not a bad idea to go zone against an Arkansas team that has not shot the ball well.
Nice run and layup by the VCU transfer, Jaden Nunn. Something completely different to start this game.
That's all the, basically, again, only 6 possessions of this zone against Gonzaga. So Cal prepared for what the film showed him. And Scott Drew's won a ton of games. And John, sometimes you go to the defense that allows you to win.
There's the pick and roll, hand on it. Arkansas has the steal. They're looking to push it 2-on-1. Boogie Flan. But the cleanup bucket by Adu Thero, the Kentucky transfer.
I think you have to test Baylor's will.
See how he runs the show. Nunn with the shot clock winding down at 3, knifing through, missing the lay-in, gets his own miss, back up and puts it in.
This hustle effort play right there by Nunn to miss one and stay after it. This Baylor zone, John, is very good at protecting the nail. You'll see those 2 guards up top really rotate to that area, keeping that ball on the perimeter.
Inside of Visic, and he has hacked a good dish by John L.
Wednesday night.
All summer in the weight room, and they feel like he has a better foundation starting this year than he did at.
One of the better guards in that 2024 class, taking it out of bounds right now.
This is an offense that will show 4 guards for much of this game. There is Nunn from deep, and he nails the 3.
That's what he can do, Jaden Nunn.
Duke transfer trying to push the pace. In transition, that was Thero coming over with the help. Boogie Flan the other way, and Roach, they're going to say caught him on the arm going up, as Flan will get to the free throw line.
Allowed a team to get to 70 so far this year. That has been their strength so far.
And Jimmy, this is a kid who just turned 18 years old. He should technically. Thero off the pass. This is an Arkansas team that shot 21% from deep in their first game against Lipscomb on Wednesday. Right in the paint. Look at the havoc this freshman creates.
He is special enough. Score tough.
Scott Drew, shoot around, said this is a kid who shows up in practice, but when it's game time, he takes it to a whole nother level.
No doubt. Pennsylvania Gatorade Player of the Year.
Arkansas easily break it. Oh my! Thero comes down hard as he is fouled by Norchad Omier. Now, he talked about his athletic, surprised early on with this zone defense. How do you think Coach Cal and the Razorbacks have adjusted here early? The way he's been playing.
He may not be the backup next week.
Boogie Flan moving his feet, staying in front of right, has to get rid of it. Anytime on the shot clock, inside and Okies. The cold shooting from outside continues to start this game for Arkansas. Omier showing the strength, gets his own miss.
Wow.
And he is just too tough inside.
He just wears you out with effort. I was kind of surprised the number is that low. That's how hard it is to do.
Off the bench, that is Carter Knox missing from deep.
That three-point shooting for Arkansas continues to struggle. Now 0 for 8 in this game.
Roach is bumped, and they will call the foul. Young man played 4 years at Duke, and he talked very highly. He said, I didn't want to leave.
Baylor's got 3 or 4 guys that can handle it and bring the ball up. Get you.
Find this offense against the Baylor zone.
John, if you can't shoot, the game gets hard, really hard.
Nice pump fake. And Thero going by his man.
I'm not so sure that was not the right call.
Roach trying to get downhill quickly. Look at him getting all the way to the rim.
I'm telling you, the speed of Baylor.
Jonwina has to get it out, and there's a steal by Arkansas. Wagner has numbers, 3 on 2, and he takes it himself in the lane.
Arkansas has to score.
Roach in and out. Trying to set up the offense. 6 seconds on the shot clock. None. Crowd wanted a carry, nothing called, and he cans the jumper.
That is a big-time shot off the bounce.
Billy Richmond III has now checked into the game. High post to Visic, has it poked away from behind. Getting downhill, Edgecombe throws it up top, and Jonwina with the oop.
Houston and all.
You travel with that thesaurus?
I just like trying to think, like, how would I really describe Houston's defense? It's way beyond tough. It's way beyond words that we normally use.
Thero inside. He's been the most effective offensive. Edgecombe thought about it. Now they'll hoist it. They left that one short. Up ahead of the pack. Billy Richmond the third.
John, that's it. Arkansas's got to keep defensive stops every single time.
The Arkansas crowd trying to get the Razorbacks in this game. Roach jump stop, and the soft touch, it falls.
Yeah, really good job by Roach. He got his feet underneath him, didn't shoot an unbalanced runner. And you got to get that ball inside the zone.
Thero, and there is the first 3 of the game for Arkansas.
Favorite foods, and go to Bimini if you've never been.
Here is Edgecombe as they get it around the perimeter. Right with a pick and roll with O'Meara. And the runner, Robert Wright. He has got so many moves. Right. Wow. Just a little hesitation. Got by his man. You see the quickness.
Right or left, and finish with right or left.
First game of the Ally tip-off in Charlotte, with the second game between Virginia Tech on the ESPN app.
South Carolina 38-0 last year. We know that they will be tested this year, though. UConn with Paige Beckers, if she decides to start shooting the ball like Gino's begging her to do more, is a real threat. Juju Watkins at Southern Cal. I love Madison Booker down at Texas. UConn is going to be tested more this year than last year. And Don love Book down at Texas. Physical point guard up top. Got him deep in the tournament.
Men's and women's side of the game. Wagner gets inside the kick out. Richmond off at 2 feet. And it looks like he got poked in the face, and we'll get this. And he reached out to a bunch of schools, but Baylor was the only. And that's a credit to both of these programs.
Think about it. You and I were there for the Kansas-Arkansas exhibition game. Afterwards, Bill Self said, we won't face 3 better guards all year long than what Arkansas has. The Baylor zone has kind of taken that punch away from Arkansas in this game so far.
But this is where Arkansas excels in transition, using their athleticism as DJ Wagner goes coast to coast.
I'm telling you, every time. The point
officiating crew.
Yeah.
Trying to get control of this game with 3:31 to play in this first half.
This game is going to have a long life shelf, whoever wins. Baylor's going to finish in the top 4 or 5 in the Big 12. Arkansas's got a chance to do that in the SEC.
And a foul called against When we had that exhibition game against Kansas, Boogie Fland
competes on both ends. And a lot of those high-profile high school, they catch their breath on the defensive end. Not this guy. He's been at too high of a level with USA basketball. He knows how to compete.
There's a trap in Brazil. Has the steal for Arkansas. Boogie Fland pulling from the Boogie down Bronx.
To my point about Boogie Fland, not competitive guys make big-time shots, and now it's a two-point game.
It is getting physical inside.
I think Arkansas, their aggressive push for Arkansas in this one. Originally a Kentucky commit, followed Cal to Arkansas.
DJ Edgecombe, Richmond trying to run it down, but Edgecombe soaring through the...
A lot of it.
He's about to put Bimini, Bahamas on the map as a new travel destination. There's Roach, and nobody stops his drive.
That is too easy. Arkansas's defense
down. There is Edgecombe, short, and a tough board by O'Meara, but he is called for a foul as he pushed in the back.
70 NBA scouts at the BYU game, I believe, last night watching that kid play.
There's a lot of young talent across college basketball this season. We've got some talent on the floor here tonight. Avicic with the pass out to Knox, adjusting midair. But Edgecombe trying to push the pace for Baylor. Throwing it up off the mark. Under a minute to play in this first half. Knox up top, and Brazil throws it down.
Very good job by Brazil to get out in front of the play as a 6'10" kid to run like a guard and be there, because that ball was advanced in about 3 seconds, and Brazil was at the rim ready for it.
Both Baylor and Arkansas fans on their feet here in Dallas for the closing seconds in this first half.
You don't want to foul. Baylor in the bonus.
Arkansas has never led tonight. As Roach looks at the shot clock, it's at 1, and a facial. A 3 for Jeremy Roach. 1 second, Wagner. And cannot beat the buzzer. His shot off the mark. Arkansas more points from the free throw line. Baylor started off in this second half with the rock. As Jeremy Roach will run the point. Roach told us, he said it was a blessing, that blowout loss against the Zags. Showed us where we are and how we need to improve, as Edgecombe hangs in the air long enough to get the foul.
Enough, but he does so many other things that you love. Lucky it doesn't get stripped and ripped to the other end.
Thero bodied by Roach, the fadeaway jumper, and it goes. Adu Thero with a... Edgecombe with the head fake. Here's O'Meara stepping out. As Fland clears the glass. Thero. Thero. Oh, my God! They called a foul as he was met at the rim.
A massive amount. That is some concern right now for Scott Drew.
Wagner thought about it on the deck. His runner too strong. Avicic can't follow. And a big rebound.
Time to come down and gather himself. Why rush it? You're the tallest guy on the floor by 7 or 8 inches.
O'Meara now wants to post him up. Kick out, 3 ball. O'Meara with position, the offensive putback.
O'Meara's eye been fought to get inside position as an offensive rebounder.
5-point lead for Baylor. Fland, he will launch from deep, and he rattles into 3. As
Arkansas has been good in transition in this game so far.
Wagner with his back to the basket, and he finds a way to put it in.
Just scoring before Baylor's defense. SEC with 9 teams in that AP Top 25 preseason poll. The Big 12 and the SEC again this year will dominate the number of bids on Selection Sunday.
Nunn left alone, top of the key, and he nails the 3 as Avicic throws his hands up. When you splits the D. And Wright will settle down the offense, calling for the high ball screen. Edgecombe, he looks pretty good to me. I'd say he's ready to get back on the floor.
John, he's tonight for the all-time wins at Kansas. And he and I were on the same staff together at Oklahoma State for a year. I knew back then, like, he just had a knack, man, with his guys, how he communicated. We saw him in Fayetteville. Long too.
When you look at this Baylor team, they go really about 7 deep because they're still without Langston Love. Inside, tough finish by Norchad O'Meara.
That's another reason why I think you're seeing all zone tonight out of Baylor. Short bench, they're switching 1 through 5 at Gonzaga. Did not work. It's not ready to win hard games yet. And Scott Drew on money, on point with his defense so far.
Today, they say with that ankle injury that he suffered last season against Texas Tech, he's really about day-to-day right now, and they're hoping to have him back at any moment now.
Big loss. Another, what, 42% career three-point guy, 6'5".
Just too much strength inside. In career double-doubles with 68, working on another.
I was on the phone with him. I pulled into my neighborhood, and I told him I was just the heart. I know the heart of Scott Drew, and I know the heart of John Calipari that they have for people. I think is a really big deal when I see these two guys on the floor tonight.
Right with the pump fake, stays under control to nail.
2024 class, but behind Harper at Rutgers and Boogie Flynn at Arkansas.
Jump stop, and DJ Wagner gets the runner to go.
Never got to his paws, he's going downhill.
Well, this was something Arkansas emphasized in practice after their first game of the season, as Coach Cal felt like the defense was way ahead of their offense. Guys weren't passing enough. Celestine, and he gets in on the action.
Just a lack of awareness. He's a relationship guy at his core. And he does a phenomenal job of staying in touch with all of his former players. From UMass to Memphis to Kentucky, he'll do the same thing at Arkansas.
Knocks at it halfway in as Brazil will clean it up for the tip-in. Here comes Boogie Flynn trying to push the pace for Arkansas. Man on the ground. John L. Davis, and he will get the whistle. His difference, you notice, making the jump in the SEC.
Question, he's a natural scorer that can carry you in.
Right back in the game, he will inbound underneath. Celestine off the double screen. That was blocked by Brazil. Brazil broke out before they had the ball and rocking the rim as Joshua. Arkansas tied the game at 44. Since then, it was Baylor with another run. 19-10 outscoring Arkansas to open up this 9-point lead. But he looks healthy there as John L. Davis said in this game. Thero. Mid-range jumper, and it goes. You see how international in Paris this season. Roach missing everything. And here goes Thero. One-on-one. Look out! Adu Thero to that monster jam.
Most guys never play hard enough to get a cramp.
Bears ahead here as Roach turns the corner and puts it in as Brazil was closing in.
Tremendous drive.
Point lead. O'Meara comes down the middle and there's no help D.
Got Arkansas put 2 on the ball. Basket for Baylor, trying to hold off this Arkansas push.
Arkansas has been scoreless in over 2 minutes. As Adu Thero puts an end to that.
Single 2021, a lot of pride in this green and gold.
He said it's one thing to talk about it, but to actually get punched in the face, now how do we respond?
And feel that punch.
Nelly spinning, gets his own miss, and there is the late whistle.
To that free throw line.
That stuff does show up on the floor.
I would not give anything easy at the rim if I'm Arkansas.
But Baylor's been able to play at their own pace for most of this game. Inside they go to Omier, double teamed, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Baylor's playing man-to-man now. I've seen a handful of possessions this half of their switching man, but they're good at disguising it like their zone to begin with.
Rims out for Boogie Fland, another rebound for Omier. That is his 11th of the game.
This feels like a must-stop possession for Arkansas.
Under 2 minutes to play here in Dallas. With all the quickness, puts on the brakes.
Don't foul now.
2 seconds, Edgecombe, as DJ Wagner pulls it away.
Strong two-hand rebound by Wagner.
Nelly Davis, corner pocket.
Nelly Davis now 0 for 5 from the three-point line. And he's had 5 probably wide open good looks.
Baylor content with running the clock with 1 minute to play. Edgecombe, and he is fouled going up as Omier cleared the lane underneath for him.
And all those descriptive words I had about Houston's defense in the first half, that is a big boy game waiting to happen here.
So that last foul before we went to break was not going up. It was called on the floor. 9 on the shot clock. Extra pass is to Roach from the wing. And Edgecombe out leaping everybody for the offensive rebound.
Arkansas doesn't hit first. They don't get body on body, and a loose ball rebound was a travesty. When you go back and watch the game film, they had nothing figured out. That Baylor came with tonight. You knew it was coming. You get knocked around like they did at Gonzaga. Baylor couldn't wait to get back on the floor tonight.
Arkansas's got to go here. Boogie Fland with a hand in his face, nothing but nylon. It is not over just yet.
Remember,
a 3.
Expect Fland to get involved with an immediate trap. Go get him, yes sir.
They're looking for the trap, but Baylor has plenty of ball handlers on the floor. And they will foul Edgecombe.
John, that's tech.
Edgecombe 2 of 4 from the line tonight, and he knocks Skying. And he knocks them both down. 5-point game, 10 seconds to play. Skip pass. Davis looking for some help. Thero no good. 2 seconds, 1 second, and he won't get it off. It's the Baylor Bears picking up their first win of the season, 72-67 over Arkansas here in Dallas.
Man, so impressed with Baylor rebounding from getting boat raced by Gonzaga.